And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. I'm sorry, I'm having major computer problems this morning. And I am going to have to get this computer looked at ASAP. I come in here, I'm your host, BKP, Voice of Rural America. I come here in the morning and I open all this stuff and prepare a show, and the computer keeps losing the Wi-Fi. I know, I'm telling you all my problems, right? Now, I only have 2 hours a day. So I like to bring up things that I don't have time to go into great detail. But I hope that I bring up some things that you go and do your own research, and don't hesitate to send me a message, chief@fetchernews.com or 706-889-9700. Throughout the day, I think we all should go look at some of these stories. Now, we'll get in before the day's over. Remember, the Barack Obama administration, the Pfizer court was very upset because they were gathering illegally information on us Americans if we were making international calls. It gets real, the details get real, it's not just a call you were making across town, but in unmasking the American people, the FISA court was very upset over this. Rand Paul said something to the reference that, he made comment to the reference that this is real opposed to this fake, narrative they're running with Russia and Donald Trump. Remember on July 5th, James Comey came out right after we set off our fireworks that night. Remember, we set off the fireworks that night. We had fireworks 2 days in a row. July 4th to celebrate our independence, and then July 5th, the fireworks at Comey. Well, bad intel information influenced Comey's Clinton announcement, okay? FBI Director James Comey's controversial decision to detail, this comes from The Hill, to detail the FBI's finding in Hillary Clinton's email case without Justice Department input. Now, you remember the big issue is, Comey did not go to the Justice Department, claiming Loretta Lynch, tarmac meeting with Bill Clinton, the list goes on, right? But we know that was wrong, that he did not go. Justice Department input with influence by a dubious Russian document. Now, what I want to know, and this is the question I want you to ask, how do they know it was a Russian document? Okay, a dubious Russian document, okay, that the FBI now considers to be bad intelligence, the Washington Post reported Wednesday. I want to know, this is the question we don't have time to answer in 2 hours, how do we know it was it came from the Washington Post, okay, which we know is fake news, okay? How do we know it was a Russian document? That one I want looked into because it's very quickly identified as a Russian document, because I want to know why the Russians would do this, why they would do this. The Washington Post reported Wednesday, the secret document which perpetrated to be a piece of Russian intelligence claimed that former Attorney General Loretta Lynch, show me a picture of Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch, former Attorney General Loretta Lynch, had privately assured someone in the Clinton campaign that the investigation into the Clintons' handling of classified information would go nowhere. Now, are you sure she didn't privately assure Bill Clinton on that plane? You sure? She privately assured, okay? This is supposedly fake. Maybe this actual document is real in this cast of criminals. Maybe it's a real document. Maybe it wasn't a fake document. Why are they telling us it was fake intel? Maybe somebody got that to Comey because, you know, are we never going to find out what really was said on that plane between Loretta Lynch? So, Attorney General Loretta Lynch had privately assured someone in the Clinton campaign that the investigation into Clinton's handling of the classified information would go nowhere. Why? These are some questions. Why the Washington Post? Why did they get this? Why did they report this? Huh? So they can lead with it was a fake, a bad intelligence report and put the Russians' name on it? Huh. But according to people familiar with the matter, by August, the FBI had come to believe the document was unreliable. By August, they came to believe it was unreliable. Let's see. June, July. Oh, August would be after July 5th? So after he comes to the world, the FBI director, this is the guy that has notes from his meeting with Donald Trump? This is the guy that may have gotten duped? This is the guy that had a piece of intel that we're hearing from the Washington Post was fake from the Washington Post, and it was Russian intelligence? Just saying. Then he finds out in August that he may have gotten duped. It may not be real. After July 5th, when he basically comes to the podium and says, yes, I have all kinds of evidence. Because if you remember July 5th, the day Comey was there, July 5th at that podium, if you remember that, okay? The first 3 or 4 minutes seemed like an eternity. You thought Comey was laying out the case for indicting Hillary Clinton. You thought that the case was laid out and it was getting ready to happen. But you might as well insert Comey's turn. You can hear the brakes go on and turn the car the other way. You might as well insert. But due to my recent information that I have, that regardless of what I do, regardless of what the FBI does, Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch cut a deal out on the tarmac. Now, the Washington Post is going to come out sometime later, and the Washington Post is going to reveal it was Russian intelligence, so it wouldn't look so bad, and we wouldn't look further into, further into Clinton, Loretta Lynch, the whole entire crime family. It's a syndicate. It's a crime family. Just saying, okay? The secret document perpetrated to be a piece of Russian intelligence. Really? That the Clinton investigation would go nowhere. Loretta Lynch had privately assured someone in the Clinton campaign. Now, the Clintons always use a fall guy or a fall girl. They don't use as many fall girls because, Bill and Hillary, well, just say it. They don't use as many fall girls as they do guys, but according to people familiar with the matter, by August, the FBI had come to believe the document was unreliable and, in fact, may have been planted as a fake to confuse the FBI. Really, folks? A fake to confuse the FBI? Comey made his announcement in July. The document reportedly described an email supposedly written by then Democrat National Committee Chairwoman Deborah Wasserman Schultz. Put her picture up. So Deborah here, the lovely Deborah Wasserman Schultz, okay? The document reportedly described an email supposedly written by Deborah Wasserman Schultz, okay? This is Deborah. Oh, this Deborah. Okay? That's at the DNC convention right before she got canned. Okay? Supposedly she wrote this memo. And she sent it to Leonard Bernardo. Where's Leonard? She sent it to Leonard Bernardo. Now this would be Leonard. So let me take a quick look. Leonard Bernardo. Where do I know that name? Oh, Open Society Foundation. So was the Open Society Foundation duped by the Russians? Really? Did Wasserman Schultz, was she told by somebody in the Clinton campaign that Loretta Lynch said she wouldn't indict, it wasn't going anywhere, and then Wasserman Schultz sent an email to Leonard Bernardo? See, keep going with email. Keep that in your ears, okay? Leonard Bernardo, Regional Director of the Open Society Foundation. Leonard Bernardo is Regional Director. He has written and appeared in the New York Times, the New York Review, books. Open Society Foundation. Let's see, when I start thinking about the Open Society Foundation, Open Society Foundation. Oh, pull up a picture of George Soros. Open Society Foundation. George Soros. George Soros is one of the world's foremost philanthropists, having given away over $12 billion to date. Anything to take your government down. Okay? Accountable government, freedom of expression, or the total collapse, if you hear me. George Soros, founder and chairman, Open Society Foundation. So, let me get back here, go back to Leonard Bernardo. So Wasserman Schultz sends an email to this guy that happens to know the other guy. Okay? You want me to believe that all these people got duped by the Russians? Who is an official with the George Soros organization Open Society Foundation. According to the document, Wasserman Schultz claimed Lynch had assured senior Clinton campaign staffer Amanda Renteria. Put Amanda's picture up. Huh? That's Amanda. Folks, the Clintons, the Soroses, the crime syndicate that they always find a nobody. They find a fall guy or a fall girl. They find somebody that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that this is a Latino woman. No, because they love the Hispanic population, the Latinos. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. But they always find the last person in the chain to take the fall that's meaningless. So what they want you to believe is Wasserman Schultz claimed, okay? So George Soros Foundation, Open Society Foundation, according to the document, email, has assured senior Clinton campaign staffer Amanda Renteria that the investigation would not go too far. Supporters of Comey claim that the document gave him good reason to take the microphone in July without consulting with Lynch to announce the close of the Clinton probe in great detail. Let me say this one more time for the American people, because the fake news, this is this young lady, Renteria, right? Take her picture down. Put up the whole entire fake news network, all of them. Russia. Trump's ties to Russia. Did Flynn make a phone call? Did he make a couple $1,000? Did Paul Manafort have a business deal in some country somewhere? Did Flynn get money from Turkey? Who killed Seth Rich? That's what I want to know. Email after email after email. You keep hearing email. We have an email released. We have an FBI director that, in good reason, Donald Trump fired James Comey. By all accounts, this guy needed to go. Listen to the statement. Supporters of Comey's claim that the document gave him good reason to take the microphone in July without consulting with Loretta Lynch to announce the close of the Clinton probe in great detail. This is the guy that has memos This is the guy that took notes of his meeting with Donald Trump? Really? This is the guy that we're going to believe? This is the guy that all the media cameras are going to be there because Comey's going to tell us the truth once and for all about Donald Trump? Really, folks? And you're going to sit back and let these networks stop conservative free press? Our voice? What are you going to do about it? You're going to step back? Put up John Podesta there. Look at these people, folks. That's Fish-Face Podesta. Really? You're going to let Fish-Face Podesta? Remember the emails that we're wondering, because in 1 week, this comes out. The reason Comey ended the investigation and gave his July 5th speech is based on what they're calling from the Washington Post. Do we trust that? We don't trust that. Washington Post puts this out. You see, what they do is they get in a room and they say, how do we get ahead of this? How do we beat the truth? Because if we're first out, we can say we're the truth. So this is from the Washington Post, folks. Don't forget that. All right? A Washington Post reported Wednesday a Russian document duped, okay, FBI, a Russian intelligence document. Podesta, look at Soros. Bring me Soros back up. Open Society Foundation. Bring me Bernardo back up. Open Society Foundation. Wasserman Schultz sent the email to him. Interesting. And he got it where it needed to be. Right? Put Wasserman Schultz up. And then the person that they want to take the fall, the inside Clinton staffer, Renteria. Really, folks? You believe 1 second of this? You believe that George Soros, when are we going to bring Podesta, Soros, these people to justice? When are we going to stop this? Now, let me tell you something. Andrew Breitbart, okay? My favorite video, and I can't play it because Andrew says what he has to say, okay? Andrew Breitbart walks up to the camera, the reporter, okay? This is on November 4th, 2016. He walks up to the reporter.
This is a concerted effort. This is a concerted effort. Politics of personal destruction. Fuck.
All right, well, you see where I'm coming from.
Did I get it out in time?
Yeah.
When I talk, that's because I'm in this ongoing, whatever the hell they're doing.
What's in your closet, John Podesta? Big Podesta? Big Soros?
Informed on today.
Do you want us to play these games? Because we're playing to win.
We're playing to win. I got to take that. I got to take that with Andrew Breitbart. We are playing to win. Folks, please do not accept what you see. Bad intelligence, okay? There was thousands of emails when the DNC was hacked. Put up Seth Rich. You really are going to allow the Washington Post to release a story that says an email from Deborah, a document reportedly described an email supposedly written by then Democrat National Committee Chairwoman Deborah Wasserman Schultz, sent to Leonard Bernardo, all right, Open Society, who is an official with George Soros organization, Open Society Foundation. According to the document, Wasserman Schultz claimed Lynch had assured senior Clinton campaign staffer Amanda Renteria that the investigation would not go too far. You're going to believe the Washington Post came out with that. And they told you the truth. They are trying to get ahead of the truth. That's what they do every day, try to get ahead of the truth, okay? And you want us to believe Washington Post told you that this happened. It was a Russian fake intel document. Comey fell for that. And it's got nothing to do with that meeting that day between Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch on that tarmac. Nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with the DNC emails that were hacked. But Comey came out July 5th. It said Hillary's in the clear. Over this, Soros, folks, we have to. Please, if you want to help me with this, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. And that's our Twitter feed. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's something bad wrong. You heard shutdown on this show from former homicide detective, all right, Rod Wheeler. Sean Hannity, Media Matters. Now, who is Media Matters? How the murder, okay, Media Matters is George Soros, okay? And this came out May 24th. What's today? Oh, the 25th, all right? George Soros, Media Matters, this guy, Bernardo, all right, something set their circle. How the murder, this comes from Media Matter, how the murder of DNC staffer turned into a right-wing conspiracy. The story goes through nearly everyone in the right-wing media. Sean Hannity, Roger Stone, Megyn Kelly, Jim Hoft, Julian Assange, and more. I'm the more here. I'm the more. It started with a late night walk on July 10, 2016, okay? Conspiracy, conspiracy, conspiracy. Sean Hannity's been shut down. Sean Hannity was told, do not talk this anymore. Why? Why the shutdown? Why does Who Killed Seth Rich spin their heads off? George Soros. When are we going to bring these people to justice? We're going to ask every day. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back and talk about that CBO score and people dying in the streets. Be careful out there. Because just the thought of the CBO score coming out and 23 million Americans not having health care, I bet they're just laying in the streets ready to die any minute. Take us a break, Sam.